Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new Dossier fragrance review video for you. I have a ton of scents in this one. I have 6 scents to review. A lot of these are new releases that they've dropped. And I've been seeing a few of these all over social media lately, so I'm really excited to get into them. And then some of these are just some favorites that I re-upped on. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Dossier is, they are a affordable fragrance company that recreates a ton of more high-end designer / niche fragrances at a fraction of the cost. And not only do they have actual perfumes, but they also have candles and also room diffusers that also recreate high-end famous perfumes such as Baccarat Rouge or Love Don't Be Shy or Dior Sauvage. You can get all these scents and more in candles and room diffusers, so if you really love these perfumes, your room can also smell like them. I have reviewed their candles and their diffusers in previous videos, so I'm actually going to link all my previous Dossier content in my description box, and there's a ton of stuff that I've reviewed on there. So if you go on the website and you're curious about anything, I've probably already made a review on it, and if not, let me know and I'll be sure to get it for my next review. You can actually also find Dossier now in select Walmart stores if you're not an online shopper, although that's probably a very few amount of people because I know most people now are basically doing most of their shopping online. But in case you are stepping into a Walmart, definitely go hit up the cosmetic section. You can find Dossier there. But if you are going the online route, obviously you're blind buying these perfumes, but Dossier makes that easy for you because they have a risk-free program where you can order up to 5 cents at a time. Shipping is always free for 3 bottles or more. You can try out each of these fragrances before making any commitment to them, and you can return any bottle you choose to not keep within 30 days, no questions asked. Their fragrances are already really good price points, especially considering the perfumes that they're compared to. On top of that, they're always running different sales on the site, but I also have a code for you guys, which is Ksenia10, that will get you an additional 10% off at checkout. So with all that info out the way, let me get into today's review of a ton of perfumes. So thank you to Dossier for sponsoring this video, and let's get started. Okay, so I have 4 perfumes that are recreation of other perfumes, and then I also have these 2 perfumes which are actually Dossier originals. All of their originals come in these orange boxes, whereas their recreation type fragrances come in these beige boxes. Let me actually start off with the Dossier originals, specifically because of this one right here, which I've been seeing all over social media lately, and this is called It Factor. This is what your packaging will look like, by the way, and each perfume comes with its own note card that tells you the name, about the perfume, notes, scent family, all that good stuff. This fragrance comes from the Icons collection. I've been wearing this the past couple days and it smells warm and delicious, but like spicy and sexy. Definitely a fall and winter scent. This has notes of ginger and cardamom, middle notes of violet, incense, and silky musk, and base notes of brown sugar, sandalwood, vanilla extract, and tonka bean. If you're looking for a sexy, sweet vanilla but that is spicy and just like super high-end smelling, this smells like a niche perfume to me. Something I have smelled before, but I can't quite put my head around it. It smells incredible for the price point. This doesn't even make sense because it actually smells so high-end. Definitely see this as a huge crowd pleaser and a compliment getter. It says on the bottle, a blend of notes that'll have anyone eating out of the palm of your hand, and I would have to agree. This is delicious, but without being too literal, like not exactly like food. There's still a nice sexy perfumey touch to this, which I think makes this real intoxicating and seductive. So that's a 10 out of 10 for me. I really love this new release. Another one, this is a perfume I've reviewed in the past before, but I had to get a re-up because my husband loved this scent. He used every last drop of it, and he used to wear this to work all the time, and he used to tell me, what is that perfume you got me? It smells so good. Everybody's at work complimenting me on it, and so I got another one. This is from their Color Factory collection, and this one's called Blue Breeze. This is a unisex fragrance and it smells so good. This has notes of fresh air accord, cypress, melon, grapefruit, and bergamot, middle notes of ginger, juniper, rosemary, and cardamom, and base notes of marine notes, thyme, oak moss, musks, and cedarwood. This just smells like my husband now because he wears this all the time. This is woodsy, it's sexy, it has that sort of cologne masculine touch, but it's also aquatic and fresh. This is so good. So those are their 2 originals, and now let me get into the inspired fragrances. So the first one I have here is called Musky Green Tea. This one's inspired by Creed Silver Mountain Water, Eau de Parfum. And this has top notes of green tea, bergamot, mandarin, middle notes of petitgrain, neroli, blackcurrant, and base notes of musk, sandalwood, and orris. This is a really chill and serene fragrance. It's something I would wear to like a park or somewhere in the forest. I don't know. It's so beautiful, and every day it's more on the soft side, so nothing that screams at you. I love having these types of scents in my collection because I have a lot of stronger scents in my collection, and sometimes in my day-to-day it's not like I'm doing crazy exciting things, so I just want to wear something simple, and I find myself sometimes struggling to have more simple scents because all my scents are like boom in your face. So it's always nice to have these kinds of scents to just throw on and I smell good without being too much, and I know I'm not going to give myself a headache no matter what kind of day I'm having. It's just like an easy grab and go, and that one just smells like you're fresh out the shower, just really ethereal and clean smelling. Next up, this one's Ambery Neroli. I'm not sure if I've tried this in the past. This one's inspired by Prada Paradox, which I've had on and off in my collection, but I always find myself decluttering it because I'm like, oh, I'm not using it, or I have other scents like it. But then I see all these videos online of people raving about how much of a compliment getter it is and how good it is, and then I find myself wanting to get it, but I'm like, considering the history I've had with this scent, I don't want to spend that money on it again. And then I saw that they had this on their website, so I was like, best of both worlds. I get it, I get the scent, but if I'm not using it, it's not like I broke the bank, you know what I mean? And this smells just like Prada Paradox. It's that sweet, warm, floral, sexy kind of scent. This has top notes of neroli, pear, blackcurrant, bergamot, middle notes of orange flower, plum, jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, musks, amber, and rose. It smells just like Prada Paradox. Super pretty, feminine, sexy. I also get a hint of that honey in here more than I do in Prada Paradox, which makes me love this one more because it just feels sweeter and warmer. Next, we have something that I'm so excited to have. If you've been following me for a while, you know my love for Paco Rabanne 1 Million, the male fragrance. It's a cologne, it's for men, but we use whatever. My husband used to use that forever and I loved it. It would literally wake me up out of my sleep as he was getting ready for work in the mornings. That's how good it smells. It is intoxicatingly amazing. For whatever reason, I always hear people bashing on 1 Million, saying it's like a F-boy smell. I'm like, it's just a perfume. Why are we putting this horrible connotation on a freaking perfume? Like, I love it and I don't care what people think about it. But my favorite way to wear 1 Million and make it a little bit more feminine, still sexy and masculine, which I love, but I like to make it a little bit more feminine by adding in some other type of perfume and layering with it. This has top notes of green apple, grapefruit, mint, middle notes of lavender, rose, cinnamon, and base notes of cedarwood, patchouli, and amberwood. This is like a cinnamony, spicy, but very, very sweet scent. There's just something about especially the dry down of this scent. It is the most seductive scent. I will be wearing this alone. I will be wearing this layered with stuff and all of that because I'm obsessed, and I'm so happy to have that because I was actually looking into actually getting 1 Million, but then I'm like, should I get it? Like, it's not necessarily something I'm going to use every day, but that's why we have Dossier. This is a perfect way to get these scents that you maybe don't want to spend the money on at such an affordable price point, and it's still the exact same scent. And then lastly, this is Aromatic Pineapple. This is another cologne. I'm obsessed with cologne. I do not discriminate. I don't care if it's a male fragrance, I'm still going to use it. Aromatic Pineapple is inspired by YSL Y. This is a scent my husband has also used, but I've also been super obsessed with, so I had to have it, and I'm sure he'll also really love having this around as well. This has top notes of bergamot, ginger, pineapple, middle notes of clary sage, geranium, juniper berry, and base notes of amberwood, cedarwood, and olibanum. This is a really aromatic, sexy type of scent, but also if you're looking into getting your husband just like the sexiest fragrance of all time, get him this Aromatic Pineapple or YSL Y. It is so good. Trust me, trust me. Get them that perfume. That is it for this month's Dossier review. Let me know of any other scents you'd want me to review that I haven't already on Dossier. Thank you to Dossier for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to use my code Xenia10 for 10% off at checkout. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.